Odds makers, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone's favorite game. First topic of discussion today.
The Price is Right.
That's different.
Oh.
Sounded like that. Anyway.
Announce it like this.
The odds the Packers make the playoffs with Aaron Rodgers.
I think Barack Obama has a better chance of winning presidency than the Packers do going to the playoffs. So I'm going to give them a 20% chance of making the playoffs.
20%.
And this is my reasoning.
Let's hear it.
You got Aaron Rodgers, who played, what, 2 halves last year?
Right.
2 halves of a game?
Just about.
Of one game last year. He did pretty good in it, but
right.
You can't judge him off that. And that's what runs your team. You need a good quarterback. I'm
going to have to go a little lower. I'm going to have to go 10% of the Packers making the playoffs.
Cut me in half.
I did. I apologize.
It's alright. I'm still intact, I think, so.
The Packers are going to... Well, you only see half your body anyway, so it doesn't really matter. 10% because, like you said, Aaron Rodgers, unproven guy. They don't have him anymore. We will not reference him by name anymore. I refuse to do that. Alright.
Jet.
Oh, okay.
You didn't guess?
I didn't. That would explain the blank look. Anyway.
Similar subject here.
Don't
just
say
a
it.
Different team.
Don't say it.
What are the chances that the Jets make the playoffs?
Makes the playoffs? I have to go 75% as a 6th seed. I'm not saying they're going to win the AFC because, you know, they're not going to beat New England.
No way. Buffalo don't look too bad in that division either.
I know.
But
the Dolphins don't count.
They don't.
I'm convinced they're not even in the NFL anymore. But that's another topic. 65%. Is that what I said?
75%.
75%. I'm sorry. I don't have a board or anything, so I don't know. 75% because they can win a wild card spot. The AFC's strong, don't get me wrong. But I just think that they can get into the 6th seed because 9 or 10 wins will do it for you. And with him at the quarterback position, you can win 9 or 10 games.
Good. I see you 75, but I raise you 25. And what that means is I go 100%.
Very close.
Without a doubt that the Jets make the playoffs. They have a very young, fast, good-looking defense, and they have Lavernius Coles, Jericho, like Chris Jericho. But Jericho Cotchery, they're 2 good receivers. Not bad, but definitely will be probably, what do you say, 50% better with Brett Favre?
Yeah.
75% better?
Coles is all-pro receiver.
Good. Small, fast, quick receiver,
right.
Athletic.
Cotchery, possession receiver. You can get the job done in the middle.
You also got Brad Smith, slot receiver, which ain't bad, and his old familiar friend, Mr. Bubba
Frank,
at the tight end position.
Right.
I give him about 100% chance. Jets will be in the playoffs.
Back to Olympic basketball. The United States, what are the odds they win a gold medal?
Again, I give him 100%.
Wow, you're just throwing out the hundreds today.
I feel good. I'm making it rain. I feel good today. Giving him 100%. You can't bet against that team. You cannot bet against that team. You got 3 legitimate MVPs from the NBA last year, in Paul, LeBron, and Kobe.
Who won the MVP?
Kobe. You got Dwight Howard, who's just a man-child, a beast. You cannot stop him. And you got Darren Williams, which is a good point guard. You got a couple other players. Jason Kidd is an awesome point guard.
35-0 in the Olympics.
Yeah. Which is
international play, I should say.
Can't count against that. You can't bet against that. So they got the tools.
I'm gonna have to go with 150%.
150%.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's a good number.
Right. I should have said that.
I beat you to it. You gotta think outside the box.
All right. And 150%.
Yeah.
So they're pretty much gonna win a gold medal.
Yeah. Next topic.
What are the odds that the Dolphins win more than one game?
More than one game?
More than one game.
I got to go 100% on that.
100%?
Yeah, you can't go 115 in 2 straight seasons. You can't do it. They got lucky last year. I actually think they're a slightly better team this year.
They're younger.
They got Ronnie Brown, they got Ricky Williams, who's off the funny grass, so he can rush for 1,000 yards. Ronnie Brown can rush for 1,000 yards pending the knee, and the ACL, and all that nonsense.
Funny grass? You mean like hippie grass?
Whatever.
Like the stuff that the hippies smoked back in the day.
Yep.
Nice.
100%.
100%.
Bar none. 100%.
150% that they win more than one game.
You use my own tactic against
And I'll tell you why.
me. Tell me why.
The reason is they got that Jake Long kid from Michigan, who's a good lineman. You got two good running backs, like you said. We'll go back to that subject. And Ronnie Brown and Hippie Grass, Ricky Williams. You know, rushing is a very good and legitimate part in the football team.
It is. It's huge. We're seeing like the tandem back thing is starting.
Yeah, every good team has two good backs they could throw in, alternate with each other, and
you're good.
You can't stop.
You can't do it.
You know what I mean? So you can't stop that. They got a good line, a decent line, not a good line, but a decent line they're going to have, which is going to open up their passing game.
Right.
So
And
they're going to win more than one game.
Final topic of the day: the Cubs haven't won a World Series in 100 years. A century. 100 years. Think about that. Think about how long that is. What are the odds the Cubs break it at 100 years?
My parents weren't even thought of at that time.
I know. And then...
That's ridiculous.
It is.
You know, I say, oh, you weren't even thought of. My parents weren't even thought of.
Exactly. 100 years, do the Cubs win the World Series? What are the odds?
80% chance.
It's a good
An
number.
80% chance.
Good number.
The curse thing. You got to touch base on that. The curse thing has obviously gotten to him.
Bartman.
Fan catching the ball.
Right.
Ruining the game. So
Yeah.
that's that extra 20% that I wasn't really sure about.
The curse.
That's what feeds into that. But 80% chance. They got awesome pitching. They got Rich Harden from the A's. They got Zambrano. Got Hill.
Ted Lilly.
They got good relievers. Once Kerry Wood comes back, that Samardzija kid is pitching good. And they got the hitting.
Right.
They got the hitting. That's not even a thing. They got the hitting.
I'm going to go 81%.
Nice. Why is that?
I don't know. We went with 80, so I figured I'd go with 81.
Always trying to compete. You see that?
I know.
We're a competitive team right here.
Anyway, let's go to the big finish, because we're pretty much out of stuff to talk about. Brian Westbrook signed a new contract with the Eagles.
Boom!
$21 million. What do you think about that?
What I think about that is you made a pretty rich man after this 3 years is over with. $21 million.
What's the possibility of more?
What would you do with $21 million?
I honestly don't know. Because I don't think I'll ever see that much money in my lifetime.
Yeah, I know.
So,
It'd be a good thought, though.
I mean,
that's definitely good for him. They've been trying to work out a contract for a couple weeks, couple years now, you know. So that with that burden off Westbrook's shoulder, he's just going to be that much of a better player. Ain't going to have to worry about contracts and money. He's just going to go out and play football, which is what he's best at. So definitely an A+ for doing that with Westbrook.
exactly.
With Westbrook.
I got you.
All right. Celtics and Lakers. The schedule just came out a couple days ago. They're going to be playing on Christmas Day.
What a better Christmas present than to see the green and the gold.
Think it's going to have a playoff atmosphere?
It will. And let me tell you why.
Tell me why.
Because the game's in L.A. And we all remember what happened last time the Celtics were in L.A.
I love L.A.
We all remember what happened last time they were in L.A. 24 down. They came back, won the game. So the fans are going to be crazy. You got Bynum back for the Lakers. You got Odom, Gasol, Kobe. And I don't think Gasol's going to feel the pressure because it's not the playoffs, so he's not going to collapse.
It's not going to be soft.
Exactly. So it's a good game. You also got Spurs and Suns that day.
Tune in, fans. Christmas Day. That is December 25th.
After you eat your cookies, drink your milk, and open your presents.
Yes.
Tune in to ESPN ABC Network. And watch those games.
Very competitive game.
You're going to see a good game.